My name is Jeff Klinger, lead pastor. It's a great joy to welcome you as we gather together today to celebrate God's love in community. My hope would be that throughout the course of this hour today, whether you are a long-time member or a first-time guest or anywhere in between, that there would be some moments of meaningful connection with God and with others in this community, that as we share those connections with one another, in some small way, we might grow closer to who God is calling us to be, and that at the end of the hour, as we go back into the world, we would go to serve God and neighbor as we share God's love in community. Again, as you came in through the door this morning, the ushers would have handed you a bulletin. My hope is they greeted you warmly, and that in that bulletin you've already begun to make note of things happening in our community. On the very back right-hand side of that is the perforated connection card. If you haven't already, I invite you to tear that off and fill that out in its entirety. And when the offering is received this morning, if you would place that in the offering as a gift of your presence offered to God as an act of worship. You can share on their prayer requests that you'd like shared through the community. You can share your desire to be connected to or involved in different things by checking boxes to sign up. But again, whether you're a first-time visitor or a long-time member or anywhere in between, the hope is that you would use that connection card as a way of offering your presence to God in worship. It is, again, a great joy and a great privilege to welcome you as we gather together. I'd invite you now to stand and to spend just a couple of minutes sharing signs of God's love with those around you. I invite you to find your way back to your seats, and as you do, go ahead and be seated, to be comfortable in your pew, to breathe deeply of God's presence in this place. Whatever the days leading up to today have held for you, and whatever the days ahead look to hold, my hope would be that this hour in worship is an opportunity to breathe deeply of God's presence, to be reminded that you are created in the image of a God who loves you. And so as we center our hearts and our minds now for worship, I invite you to give attention as Donna plays the prelude on the organ.